off and running again. Alright, it's the 10th November. 10 minutes to 10. 10 minutes to 10 on the 10th. And it's Thursday. Heading out doing my thing. Tensions seem to have gone down a little today, 2 days after the election now. Protests all over the country, as one would expect. But I think things are calming down, settling down again. Not sure what direction this is all going to go. We'll just wait and see. So I was feeling a lot of frustration and just edgy, jittery energy yesterday. Was not feeling property management at all. Definitely wanted to, didn't want to have to deal with the things that you have to deal with when you're dealing with property management. Yesterday I was like, I cannot get out of this business quick enough. But made it through the day, dealt with the things I had to deal with, and here I am again today, still doing my thing. So got a good portion of my concentration locked in on putting this book together. Went through the tasks that were assigned to me. Patrick as my publishing coach, and again I tweaked his tasks a little bit to be more conducive to the way I work, but things that I in my process and my creative methods that I'm still working through. So it was good for me to put all those things down in writing. That was basically the beginning of an outline of a book. But I'm really keyed in, locked into presentation right now. Which way, how much information am I going to present, and what method, what manner am I going to present it? So I haven't really spent much time with what I have on paper. I know for the most part what's on paper in writing. And I've been kind of tweaking it in my mind, modifying it, trying to figure out what's going to be have the most impact and be the most beneficial way of presenting it, and one in fact to actually include. And I'm still working through that process, and I feel a little bit more comfortable with it every day. I run through the topics that I have jotted down as my lessons, which will eventually become the chapters, and I have a list of things that have happened in my life to include in those chapters, and I have some from outside sources, people other than myself, or the things that I've learned by watching others, or by understanding how their lives, or things that they've done in their lives, or experiences they've had to deal with. And so right process when I started all this was the recording of daily voice notes, which has gotten to be a routine. But the idea, the principle behind it was that the notes would eventually become the book. And right now, I'm trying to figure out a way to process those and carry them over into the book. And it's part of Patrick's process, his program for generating a book, is going back and referring to or using previous writings, which I have some of those, which is great, but since I shifted out of the practice of writing down so that and doing these recordings on a daily basis so that I can get a more more of a pure product, because I'm making the recordings day to day as I'm experiencing things, and I don't have to rely as much on my memory, going back and saying, all right, well, on this day this happened and this was the result and this was my thought process on it and this is what I ended up with. So it's but I need to access that. So I've got, I don't know, time wise, I've got since early 2011, and we're now at the end of 2016, so I've got 5.5 going on 6 years worth of voice notes that now I have to sort and process, and I've gone back and forth with incorporating it or not, but there's some really good information there. There's some really good material that I've generated over the years. The bad thing is I never coded it to know, not in the early years, not in the early days of me recording. It wasn't until just this year, within the last few months, that I started assigning code titles to the recordings to let me know that on this day I had something that I felt was particularly noteworthy, and the rest of them are just general ramblings and sometimes me just talking my way through not wanting to talk. So now I'm looking at the daunting task of going back through all of those notes and try to sift through and find the information that I need. So I don't know if it's going to be conducive to do that now, go through that process now to incorporate into the first book, or if that should be a more detail-oriented second or third book to give more depth and context to the first book. So I don't know, I'm kicking it around. I am seriously considering taking all those recordings in batches and sending them off to be transcribed, have somebody go through and basically convert it into written documents. So I don't know, I'll look into that too, but that was the last thing that I had on my mind that I wanted to talk about. I'm here at the property I need to be, and I need to go do this evaluation.